Hi guys, Squirrel here and welcome to another Eurotruck video. Now in this video I'm going to take you through what is probably the most significant gameplay change since this game was released almost 6 years ago, namely the ability to own trailers. Trailer ownership is coming to 1.32 of Eurotruck, and in this video I'll take you through the details. Before we get started, I just want to say a couple of things. Firstly, if you want to try this yourself, then it's available in the open beta right now on Steam. Right click on your game, choose Properties, go to the Betas tab, drop down the list and choose Public Beta 1.32. A word of warning, before you do that, make sure you back up your profile. Now the first thing that's going to hit you about this change is the UI. It's changed, quite literally. Things have been moved around. For example, the profiles icon, which used to be up here, is now down here. The photo studio's down here. And you're going to notice some new icons such as the trailer dealer, trailer upgrades, and the trailer manager. So let's go through the trailer ownership side of things first. Now, ever since this game was released, you could never own your own trailer. The only thing you could do was own trucks and hire drivers. You would then go to the freight market and you could either take a quick job where you don't even need your own truck. You could go to the freight market and pick a full trailer and cargo combo. Or of course, you could go to the online market, the external contracts, if your account was linked to World of Trucks. But what you couldn't do was buy a trailer and then take it from city to city carrying cargo. Well, now you can, because with trailer ownership, you can buy your own trailers and you can give them to your drivers as well. So let's start off by taking a look at buying our own trailer. In order to buy a trailer, we need to go to the trailer dealer. This is the new icon up here. So if we click that, it takes us to the trailer dealer. Now the first thing to note, it says standard trailers here, which is all that's currently present, at least in the beta version. Maybe this will be expanded later, I don't know. Now the main categories of trailer are effectively the flatbed, the box trailer, and if you scroll further along, you've then got the doubles and the B doubles. Now in order to own one of these trailers, you need to have a garage in either Norway, Sweden or Denmark. Well, let's take a look, start off by taking a look at one of the flatbed trailers. Now when you click on Customize to customize your trailer, you are taken to a place a bit like when you're configuring your truck, except this is geared towards the trailer. The options are listed along the top and they start off with the chain type. The chain type is not applicable for a flatbed trailer because it's a single trailer. This is only applicable when we start talking about doubles and B doubles. The next option is the body. Now for this particular trailer, there's only two options here, the wooden floor and the steel floor. I think the wooden floor looks kind of cool. Chassis options. Now chassis options are applicable to all trailers, and what they do is they allow you to configure how you want the axles to be spread across your various trailers. For example, in this option here, we've got two axles, but we can also have a two axle with a bit more spread. You can then go for three axles, one of which is lifted, three axles steerable with a spread, three axle steerable spread with a rear axle, and so on and so forth. So this is where you configure how you want your trailer to look. Notice I said the word how you want it to look, not how it will actually perform, because one of the things that doesn't appear to happen here is when you choose your axles, it doesn't change the loading of the trailer in any way. So it doesn't, for example, change the maximum rated weight of the trailer in terms of the cargo it can carry. Maybe that's something they'll bring in later, but for now it's purely cosmetic change. Finally, next you've got the paint option. Now this does allow you to change various parts of the trailer look, and this is again more applicable. We'll see this a lot more in a second when we look at the box stuff. But simplistically on this trailer, it just changes the color, or you can basically choose whatever color you want. Now the really cool thing, one nice feature they did think through, is this option here, toggle all vehicles. If you click that, it will bring in your currently configured truck, which is perfect for when you want to make sure that your trailer matches your truck. For example, I could say, well, I'm trying to make it match that red bit there, or maybe I could make it try and match the grey bit here, or maybe I just want to make it black like that. But that's a really nice feature for when you're trying to match your trailer up with your current truck. Now finally are the accessory options. These are different for every trailer, but what they do is a bit like the truck configuration exterior. They allow you to change various things around the trailer. Now the cool thing about this is they do work with various mods. For example, if you've got mods that add more wheels and tires, they should work with the trailer, or at least they will when they've been changed for 132. So this really opens the door for some superb trailer configuration. But this is all out of the box. I don't have any mods for this installed. So if you click on this option here, this is the front side chassis. You can change it from a side protection to a full protection and to a pallet box, and notice that's picking up on the paint skin that I chose. On the other side, you can do the same thing again, but you could have something different. So you could go like that, for example. And then at the back here, you've got even different options, steps. You can have a plastic box and extinguisher, water tank, and so on, a spare tire. You know, just make it look however you want it to look, like that, for example. And then you can go in and you can change the wheels. There's lots of wheel options here, standard gloss, so you can have a really nice looking trailer if you want to. And again, you could toggle this to make sure that it's matching up nicely with what you've got going on your truck. There's lighting options here, so you can change the interior, the exterior lighting along the side there, like that. And then finally around the back here, you've got some options to change the rear bumper and then the mud flap. So that's the flatbed trailer, and that, if you click that, that's what it would look like if I started hauling that. Now, of course, when it does get load on the back, when you take some cargo, it will obviously have cargo strapped onto it, but we're going to cover that later in the video. For now, let's go and look at the box trailers. Back on the trailer dealer screen, we can now choose one of the box trailers. It doesn't really matter which one we choose, it will just act as a starting point for our configuration. So let's choose the dry freighter and click on Customize. So let's start off by looking at the various bodies, and then we'll talk about the chain types and accessories. So with the bodywork, we can have a curtain sider, which is obviously exactly what it says. It's a curtain sided trailer. We can also have two options for dry freighter, the standard dry freighter and the dry freighter with a side door. So this depends what kind of look you're going for with the trailers you're trying to configure. We've got the moving floor option, which stands alone, and then we've got the insulated and insulated with side door. We've then got three options for refrigerated. We've got the refrigerated, which comes with a refrigeration unit on the front, the side door, and the moving floor. So we can have fully refrigerated and moving floor. We can then change the chain type if you want to. Now, if we're driving in Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, we can then take a double trailer or even a B-double trailer, depending on what look we're going for. So let's take the B-double, for example, and move it back onto refrigerated like that. If we now click on accessories, much like you can with a truck configuration, you can now change the exterior of the trailer, as I showed you before. And here's an interesting option. With the refrigeration unit, we can change it, for example, a Victor cooler, a thermo box cooler, or even a Turbo King. Again, these are just cosmetic changes, but they do have different prices and will probably unlock as you go through various levels, depending on what level you are as a driver. This option is also changeable back here, but note it's just a door option at this point. However, if we change the chain type from a double to a B-double, then go back to accessories, instead of being a door, that is now a cooler on its own, so now you can have two different coolers on your trailers. Pretty cool. So that's the various box types we have and the chain types we have. We've then got the usual massive array of chassis options, and of course, depending on what trailer you go for, you're going to get different chassis options here. There are many combinations. I can't show you all of them. I'm just trying to show you what kind of thing you can do. So this is a B-double-22, this is a B-double-22 spread, a B-double-33, and a B-double-33 with steer, and it even shows you on the diagram which of the axles, that the highlighted ones are going to be the steering axles. So again, many options to change the chassis, but no information about what kind of trailer load this could carry, how much cargo it could carry, and how it might differ depending on your chassis choices. Now then, one little thing to show you. Paulie, who does my skins, has been working on a trailer skin, and this should be available in time for release. But for example, I'll show you just so you can see it working in action. You can see how with mods this is going to be crazy, because not only will we be able to change the accessories that are on our trailers, but we'll also be able to change the skins. Now, you don't have to go for a modded skin. You can, of course, choose one of the many options that you get for free, and of course you can just completely change the color scheme on this to make it match what you're trying to do. For example, I could do that, and then remember, if you click this thing, you can then make it match up nicely with your truck like that. Or if you happen to have a mod like I do, boom, you're done. So that's really cool. It's going to give us some superb options to make your truck and trailer combos look absolutely amazing. So just going back to the accessories options again, what I showed you earlier applies here as well. You can change the lighting down the side, you can change the various side panels, and all the trailers will have like slightly different options here. And of course mods will bring in, I'm sure, different accessories that we can put in. We can change all of the wheels, we can change all the tires, make them match up with the truck. We can change what's going on at the back of that trailer there. Look, there's even detail here as well. Right at the back, same thing, and then of course the mudguard. So all in all, the trailer configuration screen is pretty darn good. It gives you, you'll be in here quite a while, I think, buying a trailer. Now, just before we finish here, I wanted to show you one more thing. When you click confirm to say that is the trailer that you want, and this has caught me out, by the way. Oh, if we do hover over it, it does give us information here about the body type, the length, the axle counts, 15 tons of weight and so on. So we do have information, but when we're in the customization screen, I don't think we have access to that information anywhere at all. So only it seems to give us that when we leave here. So if I change the chassis options here and go for a 2-2 spread, not a white resets my skin, but it does, and then click confirm, you know, does that change? No, my tail weight is still 15 tons, so I don't believe that changes it in any way. One thing that did catch me out, when you're ready to buy your trailer, you need to decide how many of these trailers you want to buy, because when you click purchase, it will ask you where you want to locate that trailer. Now notice, because I've got a double, I am not allowed to put it in mainland Europe. The only place I can put it is in one of my garages in Norway, Sweden or Denmark. So I can locate it here. Now I'll explain what that means in a minute, but we'll click on that for now. And do you really want to store your 236,000 trailer in Malmo? Yes, I do. That costs more than my truck by a long way. If you want to buy another one in that exact configuration with all the options that you've got and all the skins that you've got, you really need to do it right now, because the moment you leave the trailer dealer screen, this configuration will be lost. And so far, I've not found another way of being able to do this, being able to say, here's my trailer, I want to buy another one, exactly like this one. I've not found a way of doing that yet, and I think that's a little bit of an oversight on SCS's part. But what I'll do is I'll drop this down to a normal single. We'll put it on the squirrel skin. I'll drop it down to normal single just so that we can buy it and put it in the garage where we're currently at. So I'll click on purchase, I'll click on the garage in Strasbourg where we are right now, and I will store it. Say yes, and that only cost 125. And that's that. We now have 2 trailers. So let's take a look at how we manage the trailers. Back on the main screen, we can click on the trailer manager, which is the new icon down here. And what this will do, it will list the trailers that we just bought. It'll tell you which garage they're based in, the utilization, the status, and so on, which is the current user and the current truck. When you own a trailer in 132, you can either allow your drivers to drive the trailer to take it and take goods with it, or you can use it just for yourself. And the way you do that is by this option here, the make private use. So for example, the refrigerated B-double that I put up in Malmo, I can leave that as public use. Well, I say public use for all of the drivers in your company. For the refrigerated one, I can make it just for private use. So by clicking on that option, that doesn't actually attach the trailer to my truck, that doesn't let me take it. It just says, AI drivers, you can't touch this trailer. And this trailer will sit in Strasbourg and do absolutely nothing unless I take it. And in order to take it, I need to click the use icon here. I can, of course, sell it, I can relocate it, but what this means is every single trailer has to be based in a garage, and a driver will take it from that garage and drive it and use it somewhere, and they will loop back and park it back in the same garage. Now that's an important thing, because it means you need to manage your trailers and you need to manage which cities they are based in, because they won't move unless you relocate them. So if I say now click on use, do you really want to take the refrigerated trailer? Yes, I do. The refrigerator has been attached, so what that will do is it will basically assign it to me. It's private still, so nobody else can take it. If I made it public, then when I finish using it, it will just go back into the pool and other AI drivers will take it. But for now, what should happen is if I go back into the game, it should, there you go, appear on my truck. So it's now attached it and it's available for me to use. This is my trailer. Nobody else can use it, even if I detach it and just leave it here. How do I detach things? How do I put them back, as it were? Well, there are two ways of doing it, really. You can go to Trailer Manager, click on it, and say Park It. So if I click this, do you really want to store this trailer in the garage? It says the garage because it already knows which garage it's going to put it in. So I can do that. Or if I'm out on the road, if say I'm driving around, in the same way that you can cancel a job, how do you get rid of your trailer when you're just on the road? Well, if you click on the F6 or F7 option here, and it says View Available Services. So if you press Enter, you get two options, Tow to Service and Dismiss Trailer. Dismiss Trailer does exactly the same thing. If I'm out and about on the road and I press F7 and click Enter, I can effectively send my trailer right back to the garage and say, I don't want to use that anymore. That's going to go back in the garage, and that's what that will do. Notice also that in 132 you get three lots of damage. You get the damage on the truck, the damage on your trailer, which you own now, and the damage on the goods. So if you only take goods, this is the one that you need to worry about, because this is going to affect how much money you get paid at the end. Speaking of which, how do we actually get a job? Now we've got a trailer, how do we actually get a job? Well, I'll take you through that now. Right, so the way that we take cargo with our trailer is we click on the job market and choose cargo market. Now this is a separate standalone market, completely different to the other markets. It just adds on to the current game. I would expect to start to see some mods basically adding lots of cargo into here, all kinds of cool stuff in the very near future, but for now we're just using the stock things. Click on Strasbourg, and what this will do is it will present me with cargo jobs for my trailer. So my trailer is a refrigerated trailer, so it's ideal for carrying perishable items like potted flowers, sausages, cheese, sprats, caviar, beverages, the rest of it. It won't show me anything that I can't take with my current trailer, which is very interesting, because if you at some point, like, you may get bored of carrying around food and you think to yourself, I'd like to carry around some like heavier industrial stuff. If you want to, what you'll need to do is park your trailer and go and pick up a nice big flatbed so you can do that. There are no trailers at the moment to take special delivery items, but maybe that will come later. So all you do is you come into here and you choose whatever it is you want to do. Let's say some caviar. You click on Set GPS, exactly as you would before, except now, as before, you've still got your trailer as you would expect, and we'll just drive around now and pick up our trailer goods, and you'll see how that works. So here we go. We arrive at our pickup point and pick up the job. Remember to click on Cargo Market, not Freight Market. That'll catch you out, no doubt. Caviar is the job that we want. Click on Take Job. And same as before, we drive round to the pickup area, but this is where you're going to notice a slight difference. The really cool thing about this is that as you drive around, of course, you're going to be taking your trailer, so you'll get used to your truck and your trailer combo, and you'll just be worrying about the actual goods that you're moving. Okay, so we can skip the loading and just pick up the... But what we'll do is I'll park up because I want to show you something. Okay, now, normally at this point, you'll be very used to pressing the T key. You don't want to press the T key, you want to press the Enter key. Remember, you're not detaching your trailer. At no point do you now detach your trailer. You're just pressing Enter and the goods will be loaded. So if you look, it's going to take like 12.5 minutes or something like that. The cargo goes in the back. Unfortunately, we don't see that happen. We don't see it getting loaded in there. It just mysteriously transports itself inside the back of our trailer, and that's it. We're done. We set off as normal, head over to destination point, and that's where we're going to unload the cargo. So while we're en route here, I just want to talk about a couple of other bits and pieces in 132. You may be wondering, what is the benefit of buying trailers and giving them to your AI drivers? Well, from what I've heard, and I've not really tested this, and what I've heard, if you have trailers and your drivers use them, your drivers will earn more money. There is some information in the garage that starts to build up that shows you what kind of profit you're turning, but I don't know how detailed that is. But in theory, if you buy trailers, you'll make more money. Will you see the drivers and the trailers on the road? I have heard that you will see your drivers and trailers on the road, but as of now, I have not got this confirmed. I've never seen it myself yet, and I don't know how you would identify it anyway, because apart from just seeing your trailer, if you go, wait a minute, that's the trailer I designed, it's not going to put a name over it to say, oh, this is your driver Bob, unless they've recently added that, which I don't know. Trailers with new scanners on the back. So One other thing that they've done now is they've put actual next-gen scanners into the game. And those next-gen scanners are available as well on a trailer. If you remember, there's a trailer that you can carry with Volvos on the back, brand new Volvos, where you can now pick up a job to take brand new next-gen scanners as well. The next-gen scanners are now in the AI as well. Apparently they've adjusted the lighting in the game as well and improved the rendering, and some new skyboxes are coming to later versions. So they've made some graphical improvements to the game. The ETS public beta, as I said at the start of the video, is open, so you can try all this stuff yourself and see how you get on. But the ATS public beta is not yet out, but I will show you that stuff in another video. Now also, when this 132 does drop, your map mods are almost certainly going to break. Certainly pro mods will not work. And the reason is they've reworked parts of Germany. This is an ongoing thing for the next few versions. 132 brings in, I think they've completely wrecked 4 cities in Germany and a lot of roads around there as well, and completely redone it. So pro mods, of course, will not work because it replaces a lot of stuff in Germany as well. A lot of your map mods will likely not work. Your trailer mods almost certainly will not work because of the massive changes that they've done to the trailers and the trailer markets. All of the trailer mods that you've had will most likely need to be reworked in order to work with 132. Now we're approaching our drop-off point here, so I'm going to show you that. LKW. Oh, it's so nice having default company logos. I'm so used to getting to like real company logo mods. Well, I think you'll agree, if you look at it, it's pretty outstanding. Like, this trailer ownership thing is probably the #1 requested thing in the game, and to finally have it in 1.32, well, it's taken almost 6 years, but you know, we have it. We actually have this, the ability to own our own trailers. I would like to see this expanded on a lot more. I would like to see it built on a lot more. I'd like to see a lot more detailed information on trailers, but I am definitely looking forward to a lot of the mods that will come out that will give us trailers, trailer accessories, different types of cargo, all that kind of thing. It's going to be it's definitely breathing a lot of life into the game. This is a massive update for them. It's taken them over a year to do all of this, so it's a substantial piece of work to get us to this point, but I'm pretty happy that they've done it. I think in the configuration screen, the garage, I think I would have liked if they'd allowed us to walk around there. I still don't like the kind of fixed camera aspect to it, the way that they lock you into your viewpoint. I really don't see why in a contained environment like the configuration garage, I really don't see why I can't get out of my truck or trailer and just walk around it and just look at it properly whilst configuring it. I think that would have been fantastic. But they've still not added that. That's still one of my most requested features. So again, once you get here, remember, don't press the T key, just press the enter key, just unload. It'll tell you how long you took to get over there, the fuel you consumed and so on, and then it'll give you your results. And here is a new option, current company job offers. So when you do drop the cargo off, as a convenience button, they give you this option here. So from this city, you can now take some oranges and go somewhere else. So that's really nice. It means you can take a trailer and just keep hopping from job to job, city to city, just to get the job done. It feels so weird pulling away with the trailer. That's going to take some getting used to. One final thing, if you go to your garage manager, crikey, everything's just moved around. It's going to have to be learned all over again. Why can't I find my garage manager? There it is. Garage manager, Strasbourg. So you've now got the economy log. It's not built up any data yet because this is a new profile that I've got because I wanted to make sure I had no mods. But once you start to drive for a little bit, you should see the economy log build up, and it'll show you statistics for this garage for the last 7 days. It'll say how much revenue there was, any truck maintenance the drivers pay, fuel for the drivers. So I kind of see this as the starting point. It's starting to build out a bit more information on the economy side of the game, which is kind of stuff that we've not really had before. Anyway, 132 public beta is out. Just remember what I said at the start of the video. Hopefully it'll release in the next couple of weeks. Of course, it'll then completely break pro mods. And I have got pro mods videos to come. I need to show you what's coming in the new pro mods. So more information about that in future videos. If you enjoyed, please remember to give me a like and a subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and found it useful. Until the next one, take care. Happy trucking.